everyone. I guess you can say that I'm fully off my break now because I've been making way more videos than usual. If I sound nasally, it's because I woke up like an hour ago. And if you hear some stuff in the background, it's because I'm recording during the day, which I don't usually do. I usually record at night to avoid all the car vrooming and the train honking. So, I'll try my best to edit it out. I'm gonna start this out with a question by asking, do you guys miss seeing me do commissions? Because I've been looking at my video catalog lately and I'm just like, dang, like I've just been drawing the same characters over and over. And those are my OCs obviously, but I'm just like, I don't know, do you guys like sometimes miss seeing me draw other people's characters? Because I don't really draw like fan art that much either. I don't know, is it gonna get like super duper repetitive if it's just me drawing my OCs all the time? I don't do commissions that much anymore, but I do have the occasional one that I do like every month. But I will admit, it is easier sometimes to work on commissions when I'm not recording. Plus, sometimes it's hard to come up with a video topic for like a commission. I don't know, guys, like making videos is hard. Like today I didn't write a script because I was too lazy. And so I'm just sitting here and improvising. And I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. So be prepared for some like brain malfunction where my mind just goes blank. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Because I always do that. Oh my god. Okay, this video is already chaotic. Okay, let's talk about this thing that I'm drawing. So if you didn't know, I have a shop on Etsy where I sell my art, you know, like stickers, prints. I have a bunch of prints of my characters, like these mini prints of their portraits. And I wanted to make a bigger print. So I chose Sydney to do it because Sydney, she is the color girl, you know, she a bunch of colors. And this time around, I wanted to work with red because if you watch my Ohuhu acrylic paint video, I drew Sydney in this like red star dress. You know, it's given Filipino. And I was like, really like that dress, and I really liked seeing Sydney in red for a change because usually she's associated with yellow. She's usually wearing a yellow top and then like some blue jeans. And I was like, dang, she kinda looks good in red. It's giving. So I was like, oh, car vrooming. So I was like, let's do a red themed thing for her. So I gathered my inspirations and references. If you spend enough time on Pinterest, you can probably recognize, I don't know, like a pose reference that I used here. And one of the main kind of like vibe references that I used was a bunch of like magazine cover type things or like scrapbooky type things. Because I really like the look of them where there's, you know, just a bunch of stickers and stuff. If you've seen my glam sheets, you know what I'm talking about. Like I do that a lot with the glam sheets. So I was like, okay, let's do that here. It's like if she was on the front page or the cover of some type of pop magazine or whatever, or scrapbook. And what really helped me this time is also putting my own art on like the mood board for this piece. It helped me stay consistent. It kind of reminded me what I was capable of doing because I don't know, there's just this like mental gymnastic thing where sometimes I forget like what my style is, and so literally putting my own art onto the reference board really helps in reminding me that, hey, you've done this before, this is how you did it, this is how it looked, and you know, maybe you could do something similar. And I use my Masamune commission because that is to this day still one of my favorite commissions. And so I kind of approached this piece with the same process because, you know, I want it to be the same style. So I'm like, okay, let's use a super thick brush for the sketch and just run with it, because if I use a thicker brush, I'm less likely to get super duper attached to the sketch and like want to clean it up already, you know. That's one of the main things that I struggle with drawing, is I will just get like super duper attached to the sketch, and I'm just like, man, this looks good, I really like the vibe that it's giving, and then I like refuse to part with it once I line. I don't know, I mean, if you've watched my channel enough, you know that I dislike the lining process. I don't like it. It's my least favorite part, and I do it very messily. And so honestly, this time around I was kind of trying to do it more messy, because that's how I was doing my line art before, and lately these days I've been hyperfixating on it a little bit, and I've been really trying to like clean it up and stuff, and I've been spending way too much time on it when I should just move on to coloring already. And I think this piece really helped me kind of connect back to my old process. And it is really crazy sometimes to look back and see how much things have changed. Just from an art perspective, like, wow, I use a completely different brush now. Or wow, sometimes I don't even sketch anymore. Or wow, I am way better at drawing full bodies than I was a year ago. Throughout this video, I'm going to be using the XPPen Artist Pro 19 Generation 2, which was gifted to me by XPPen. And I was actually really excited to try this one out because I haven't used one of XPPen's like bigger tablets since I bought my very first one, which was the 15.6 tablet from them like years ago. It was my very first tablet. So as always, the box comes with the usual required cords and accessories to use a tablet. It also comes with a 10-key shortcut remote for the people who don't want to use bulky keyboard shortcuts. It has extensions for different types of wall plugs, and of course, it comes with extra pen nibs. And these pen nibs are actually in addition to the ones that are already inside the pen case. It even comes with a glove and a pretty large screen cleaner. The only thing that I was a little disappointed with when unboxing this was that there wasn't like a protective film that I could satisfyingly peel off the tablet, but that's just a nitpick. So this tablet comes with not one, but two pens. One is thicker and one is thinner. Both work the same, and it's all up to your preference with your pen grip. What's really handy about the thinner one though is that they give you like a replacement for the buttons. In case you don't like to have the buttons there, you can use this one instead, and it'll just be a sleek and smooth pen. The pen nib replacer is also really easy to use in the case. So first impressions for the tablet, right off the bat, man, I can see how crisp the 4K resolution is. What I really love about XPPen is how their matte screen protector doesn't blur anything on the screen. The distance between the screen and the pen is also really minuscule, it's barely noticeable, and the setup was really easy. The drivers gave me absolutely no problems at all, which is really surprising these days with tablets. And drawing on this tablet, it was so smooth, and what I love about it the most is that you can actually turn off pen tilt in the driver settings. Finally, I don't have to manually turn off the tilt settings for every brush that I use. They also have presets for custom pen pressure settings. I typically don't like to have to press too hard with my pen, so I use this preset. Overall, I honestly cannot think of like a huge con for this tablet. It just feels so good to draw on. I haven't run into any problems with the pen pressure or anything. I think they've really done something nice with this tablet. So thank you XPPen for sponsoring this video and giving me this wonderful tablet that I will be using for hopefully years to come. Does anyone else really enjoy cold weather a lot more than the summer? I hate the summer. I am one of those people that would rather be bundled up in like a blanket burrito, listening to some like cozy music than go out in the heat of summer. It also doesn't help that I live in an area where there's 100-degree plus weather during summer, and my body refuses to function during heat waves. So I am so happy that it's cold now. And I've been listening to a lot of jazz lately, like jazzy type of autumn-esque music, and man, it has been a vibe. It's really helped me draw like more often, because it establishes this mood where I'm able to just like relax and not think about too many things. I've said in the past that I don't really listen to music that much when I draw, but I'm in like an audiobook stump at the moment. I don't have many that I want to listen to, so and I've already listened to all the podcasts that I wanted to listen to, watched all the D&D actual plays that I've wanted to, so I'm back to music now. I know that some people have like seasonal depression and winter really sucks for them, and I am very, very grateful that that doesn't happen to me. Honestly, I get more relaxed and happy during the winter because it's just so cozy and stuff. Like, it makes me want to read more. It makes me want to sit down on my couch and like watch a nice cozy movie, one of my comfort movies or something, or makes me want to buy a bunch of candles and then just like, I don't know, light them. I don't know. I used to do this thing back in like, I don't know, 2020 when Assassin's Creed Valhalla just came out, and it was during winter time and it was cold, and in the game there's a bunch of snow, at least in the beginning part of it. And I was like trying to immerse myself into it, like, whoa, cold in real life, it's cold in the game. Even just seeing the snow makes me cold. And so I got some candles, turned all the lights off while I played, and I would just have that singular candle as my light source, and it helped me like feel like I was, I don't know, in the game. And then the candle was my torch, and I don't know, it was just like such a fun way to experience the game. Never finished the game though, by the way. But yeah, that's my relationship with winter and autumn and stuff. I gotta buy some candles again. I don't have any with me right now, but that would be awesome to just like buy a candle, turn all the lights off, start drawing on my tablet, light it, and that's just like my singular light source. I'm just like in the dark drawing with a candle, and then some, I don't know, jazzy music in the background. It's just mood lighting, you know. And sometimes, like, if you're in an art block or an art stump and it's really difficult for you to just get into the groove of things, you just gotta set the mood for yourself, and you have to like create an environment where you want to draw, you want to do that thing that you've been putting off. Immersion, it's really powerful, guys. Okay, I am back after I took a break from recording because, man, my nose was feeling really congested. It made it a little difficult to talk. I kind of really like this informal vibe that this video is currently having at the moment. I wanted to also ask if you guys are liking this kind of informal sit down, kind of just, I'm just talking to you about whatever, like, vibe in this video, you know, feels less official, and it kind of just feels like you're just with someone and you're just talking to them. And honestly, I don't really know where I'm going with that question. It's just, right now I'm feeling very like, whoa, I'm really just sitting here and talking without a script. And it feels kind of nice. And I'm just wondering if it also feels nice to just listen to this type of thing. Or is it a little too chaotic for you? You know, I know everyone has their preferences, but as the person who is doing the recording, I kind of like it. Nowadays, I tend to find myself struggling to talk about my process because I feel like I've talked about it like so many times already. And I don't want to just be repeating myself like in every single video. But hey, it's bound to happen. But yeah, I mean, I know my process changes here and there, but I'm not entirely aware of that happening. You know, I'm not actively conscious of that type of stuff. So I'm just like, okay, this is a video where I'm showing my drawing process, and I should be talking about my drawing process, right? But then what? How do I do that? Like, how do I talk about it? I feel like I've talked about it so many times, and I'm just like, what have I already said? What haven't I said? What's something new that I can offer in this video which I haven't already talked about in previous videos? I'm like, how do people do this, man? Like, for example, I kind of want to talk about overpainting details right now because that's something that I've been doing a lot lately, but I have no idea if I've already talked about it. But I guess if I have, too bad. So if you're on my TikTok or my Instagram, you've probably been seeing me post like these videos of me painting in details and just like, I don't know, like drawing bracelets or drawing chains or stuff. I don't know what to call them. But that has been my favorite part of the process, like currently, you know, in this era of my art. It's just like so fun, you know, you can just like add whatever you want, and I don't have to worry about lining it. I just do it, you know. Oh, I want to add some bracelets, so let me just draw the general shapes of the beads and stuff and start with the color first and then add in the lines later. And I've been really loving that process. And you know, I'm like, oh, like what if I add some earrings? What if they're cherries? Let me just draw the rough shape of a cherry and then outline it later on. And I've been loving doing that. But the problem that I'm facing now that I really like doing that right now is that I actually want to start making coloring pages. I've been looking into it. I've been coming up with ideas, but problem is, you know, I don't draw line art for everything in my art, and all of the details that I do tend to happen after I color, which obviously, you know, I can't do because they're coloring pages. And so I'm like, okay, how am I gonna do this? Am I just gonna have to force myself to draw in the details? Should I just use white and try to, like, I don't know, see that as the color and then outline that later? And my idea for the coloring pages is to just like draw a page of a random character design, and then you're free to color that however you want. You know, you are the color designer, because that idea is appealing to me, where it's like sometimes I don't really want to come up with a design itself, but it would just be fun to color it in. Also, I feel the other way around, where sometimes I don't feel like coloring it in and I just want to draw it. And so that's why I've been wanting to do coloring pages, because sometimes I just don't feel like coloring. But I'm kind of struggling to get into it though. Like, maybe I'm putting too much pressure on it. Maybe I'm doing that thing again where I'm putting this task on a pedestal, and I'm like making myself believe that it has to be this super perfect thing, even though it doesn't have to be. And so I have to kind of go through the mental turmoil of fighting with my brain and convincing myself, hey, it's okay if it turns out all right and not perfect. And so yeah, that is it for this video. I wanted to keep it kind of short because I need to go do some work on my D&D video. I am so close. I'm so close to finishing it. I just need to draw the visuals for 10 more minutes of it and then finalize the editing, and it'll finally be there for you guys. My goal is to finish it before the end of the year. Maybe it'll be my little holiday present to you guys in December. So wish me luck with that. Thank you for watching this video, and have an awesome week or something. See you next time. Goodbye.